Just 100%. 100%. It's any criminal activity. Just the people know everyone. My intention is not to living because this is my home. I spend the money on this. I have been here 14 months. These people here, they never touched my stuff. I am afraid not to be arrested because I want to be, not to have a criminal record, you know. Because once you have a criminal record, you'll be.
We're people, we're trying to make a life. We actually have a community that cares about each other, that takes care of each other.
I showed up at Sears Lane at first when I was 17 years old because DCF failed me. I didn't find a home until I was 17, and my home is the people from Sears Lane.
And wrapping up, if you could just please wrap up. Yeah. please wrap up. We've been here for a long time and we'll be here for much longer. Thank you. There was one more Burley.
Whose ideal would it be to have people living in the kind of squalor you saw at Sears Lane? If you saw a refugee camp with those conditions, you would want the UN to provide a reasonable accommodation. And so I fully support a housing first model.
Mutual aid is, as opposed to a kind of more survival of the fittest version of human development, that human communities development through helping each other rather than competing with each other. It's the exchange of goods based on need.
Let's try to be funnier. All right, putting on the funny hat.
Yeah.
We're anarchists in the sense that this is a disorganization.
Yeah. I am making a t-shirt that just says "Anarchy is exhausting."
Food Not Bombs is a movement of collectives in different cities around the world that share food in public places. When the stay-at-home order happened, we started sharing food every day. We organize ourselves according to anarchist principles, self-organization, anti-hierarchical.
It makes people very uncomfortable sometimes. They're like, "Who's in charge?" And we're like, Do you want to be? Would you like to be in charge today?
Yeah.
And at the very beginning of the pandemic, we'd go and we'd have gloves and hand sanitizers and double masks. But there was someone who would come every day, pretty much, who'd been houseless, a veteran, probably like mid-20s. And one day he showed up sobbing, just broken. And I found out that his brother had passed from COVID. And we're sitting there, we're 6 feet apart, and, I remember what it was like to take off my gloves and my mask at this point. This is like April. And kind of just lean forward and put a hand on his knee to be with someone who was grieving.
When you're going to protests and trying to feed the people, how do you decide what protests to go to? How do you decide who you support?
Well, I'm a black woman, so tell me which one not to protest, and I'll say you're mistaken. But we try to be wherever the movement is. We are anti-capitalists, but we need capital to do what we do. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. As a kid, the Black Panthers used to feed us breakfast. That's what I was getting at before. And we needed that breakfast. I mean, we was babies, but it was a crazy time based on history, based on family, based on elders sharing stories, And now I'm an elder, don't tell nobody else.
We sort of all felt that coming together and creating a space where we can take care of each other would help us, tackle all sorts of issues that we wanted to on campus. And When we found out, everything that was going down, that whole weekend was this overdrive scramble.
This event was planned when the eviction was going to happen at 5 p.m. today. That's been pushed back a week, and so hopefully there's an event, something like this, a week from now, but we'll see.
It's been a lot of people just asking what is needed in this moment, and then if they don't receive answers, organizing among each other.
Sounds like mutual aid.
Yeah.
The narrative that has been driven by city government and by the media here is inaccurate. This is a place of community. There are families.
Waiting around, waiting for something to carry us up from the ground. I will frown.
If it wasn't for the activists, this would have been closed down. Yeah, we're really grateful for that.
Those structures are built with plywood, pallets, tarps. We face a crisis down there and someone will die. They won't necessarily die from exposure. They will die from fire or carbon monoxide.
Don't wait until, we just discovered they shouldn't be there. That's our land. Kick them out. You just don't treat people like that.
We have recovered numerous stolen vehicles there. We have responded there for incidents of violence. It was reported to you just a while ago about an arrow that was shot, presumably from the encampment.
The theory behind what Food Not Bombs does is that we understand that people are criminals and drug users and also people.
I think a lot of reasonable people would turn to drugs in that situation, and they did. And they couldn't get a regular job, they turned to stealing things. So I would love to be a little more focused on how did we get there, rather than defending that this should be an option for people.
Some people try and paint everybody there as a criminal, and that's stupid. And some people also try and sort of deify our houseless neighbors, and that's also wrong. They're just people, people deserve to have their homes.
A lot of people at Sears Lane were really happy when we provided them hotels.
Can you not?
We filed an injunction, an emergency injunction, to address what was going on at 9, or what was planned for 9. Thank you. I have so much more confidence going into the courthouse, and it's scary for me to be considering that might be the last time that we get to come back. So, thank you.
And also, I got to have the pleasure of just hanging out all day, playing music with my friends, getting ready for police to invade. What a strange day.
And so essentially our plan currently is to stay here until 1:32. We're gonna eat lunch, we're gonna party.
Who knows the Negro National Anthem?
I know, it's tough.
Like you can't.
Nobody?
Which national anthem?
Oh, that's perfect. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise. The clapping. I just wish they knew how to fucking clap.
agreement with the city?
Not to my knowledge.
And is CVOEO a branch of the city of Burlington? And does the city of Burlington have any agreements with CVOEO that would authorize them to act on the city's behalf?
Not to my knowledge.
Folks, thank you for your time. I apologize that we don't have more time for you. I do hope and expect to have a decision out on the standing question as soon as I can.
They were supposed to pass it by the mayor, to convince the mayor one more time. They failed. They have no chance anymore.
We're going to invite the community down here. As always, the plan was to stay as long as we could.
Are you expecting a police presence this evening?
Yes, I expect, we're expecting the gate to be locked today. I expect them to have people around when they lock the gate.
We don't all get to just camp out wherever we want to camp out, and that's what was happening at Sears Lane.
I kind of want to like shake the shit out of somebody and be like, what the hell is going on with you people?
And pronouns that you go by? And, okay. And tell me today's announcement.
So then we are also going to be filing another motion in court to just introduce more information of the city's past recognition and acknowledgement that this is a designated location for people who are unhoused.
We need people to help campers write affidavits, and so it's going to be pretty simple. What we're really looking for is people that have had any experience with a city employee or official that in any way indicates that that official knows that the encampment's here and then not telling you have to leave.
But this was supposed to be an eviction that forced every one of the people out of their homes in about 5 days with the threat of arrest, and it turned into a 30-day fully funded motel voucher. And Sears Lane is still open. So activists working alongside Sears Lane residents are a lot of the reasons why that happened.
Just like me. That would be cool.
I think it's just such a visceral symbol. We're spending money that we're saying we don't have for housing, we don't have for food, we don't have to adequately take care of these people. We're spending this money to destroy homes.
Burlington residents remote, followed by non-Burlington in person, followed by non-Burlington remote. So we kind of switch back and forth a little bit. For the forum itself, folks will have...
I'm like just feeling a lot of different emotions. I feel like everybody voting on the resolution tonight should feel a lot of emotions because it's about human life.
We're people. We're not nothing. We've run from nothing and tried to bring ourselves up.
Here is what it takes for an entire community living in Burlington to initiate a generative dialogue with the city. For me, the only obstacle to that conversation is that the city has to first be able to recognize their humanity. You could just speak right into the mic, please.
I found somewhere where I fit, and the people there are a lot more of a sound mind than anywhere else I've been.
Councilor McGee, you have the floor.
Point of order.
What is your point of order, Councilor Shannon?
The proposed action constitutes a reconsideration of an action taken on October 25th. Our council rules now read, a motion to reconsider may only be made at the same or the next succeeding meeting as the original motion.
I will allow the debate to continue.
This is not about what you think we should do on Sears Lane. We don't debate the same thing twice.
We have not seen solutions that protect human life.
Thank you. Don't have anyone else in the queue. Are we ready to vote on the appeal? Okay, seeing none, we'll go to a vote. Will the city clerk please call the roll on the appeal? Again, if you support Councilor Shannon's motion, you vote yes. If you do not, you vote no.
Councilor Barlow?
Yes.
Counselor Carpenter?
Yes.
Counselor Jang?
Yes.
Counselor Freeman?
No.
Counselor Hanson?
No.
Counselor Mason?
Yes.
Counselor Paul? Yes. Counselor McGee?
No.
Counselor Shannon?
Yes.
Counselor Strongberg?
No.
City Council President Tracy?
No.
6 ayes, 5 nays, 1 absent.
Shame on you. They are fucking
Please
people.
stop it.
Dave, you're gonna have to
Please
drag.
stop.
I'm gonna have to be
Please
dragged
stop.
out. I'm gonna have to be
Please
dragged
stop.
out. They're fucking
Please
people.
stop.
You don't have the decency to discuss it. I want to know. What are they supposed to do?
Point of order, President Tracy, may I?
Councilor Mason.
Will the mayor be addressing in his general comments an update on what the administration is doing and its plans between now and next meeting to address?
Please stop.
They're not doing shit.
We will move on to our next item, which is a
I want you guys to look in their eyes and tell you don't care. Tell Carol, tell Gray, tell Tabby that you don't care where they're going to live. These are real people. This is not an agenda item. This is not Robert's Rule of Parliament. These are real fucking people.
Lee, will you please allow us to continue with our meeting?
I guess so. She don't fucking care.
Our next item is item 6.03, which is a communication from Mayor Weinberger.
And now you want to re-debate the same debate we already just had. You can't do that under Robert's rules. The city is never going to function if you keep having the same debate over and over and over again. You know, this was twisted into how dare you kick people out of their homes, right before winter. We were putting people into a safe environment.
The hotels are a program that gives people a roof over their head, but they are also places where people find it very hard to stay clean. If they're in recovery, it's a place where people start drinking more excessively because oftentimes people aren't allowed to leave their hotel rooms for more than 2 hours a day.
And so the only people who were living at Sears Lane were people who they had other options.
Then take as many as you want. But if you're not putting them up, then don't take it.
What do they say? Black Lives Matter and stuff?
No, they say fuck Joan Shannon.
Oh.
Because she's the fuckhead.
There was a couple of suggestions that step one would be to clean it up. And that started to happen, but then now it's all...
So we gave them 7 subpoenas, and it's becoming really clear that they're trying to suppress information that we can just use to take them to court.
So they use it a kind of rude way, you know what I mean? But at least they said my little helper. That's important. I have no place to. I hope they let me stay into the motel all through the winter because I have no place to go. My only place was here, this one.
Where do you think everyone, all the other residents would have been?
I have no idea. I hope they have a place to go, but I have no idea.
I just want to cry. I can't believe I'm here tonight. Haven't we had enough of real estate developers and politics? With all due respect, particularly those that are not very good at it.
The rest of the day I felt really disconnected. The image of a bulldozer lifting tents into a dumpster stuck in my head.
And now we have nothing left to do but desperately track down dumpsters full of people's destroyed belongings.
When I do mutual aid, when I volunteer,
down here, and I see the people who are just forgotten, who are just treated like trash.
There is very little that I can do, but I might know somebody who can do something, and a lot of the Sears Lane work was like that.
I think that mutual aid shows so organically what the community wants and what it actually needs. People who have so little just being able and willing to share what they do have.
I welcome that type of goodness in my life, and I love sharing that type of goodness as well.
This community blows my mind. Just the way that we've been able to rally and show up and give good vibes, it just is astounding to me, and I'm really in love with y'all.